Angmar has come to conquer Cardolan and take this city for itself and destroy the men of Arnor. Can it do it today and recreate Lord of the Rings history? We will see in this glorious Dawnless Days siege battlefield today. The year is 1409 in the Third Age, and the Witch King of Angmar sees Arnor as a potential conquest. The remnants of Arnor are split between multiple factions, Arthedain being the strongest and Cardolan its ally. If Angmar wishes to destroy Arthedain, it must first destroy Cardolan. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another glorious siege battle for you today. Today we have a 4v3 siege here at I think this is Emmen Arnon, this map's called, and yeah, it's like the perfect map that sort of recreates Cardolan, as there is obviously no Cardolan map, as this is a long before the Dawnless Days time period is in 1409 in the Third Age. But yes, we do have a awesome submod called the Flames of the North. It adds a whole load of factions, including Cardolan and Angmar here, and so it means that we can recreate these early Third Age sort of battles and scenarios. Yes, as you can see here, already the orcs of Angmar are landing on the walls here. They're trying to take on the soldiers of Cardolan. They've got some very elites here on the walls. Got Erinder's heirs here. Very badass unit. I don't know who Erinder is, but his heirs are here, and they are a big, tasty axe unit. They're going to do a lot of work, that's for sure. But yes, as you can see here, it is a stacked up force against Cardolan here today. There's 14,000 orcs against 6,600 men of Cardolan. But the men of Cardolan are generally a lot better. I mean, the first wave of stuff coming in is very light axes and like very light troops coming in, making up a lot of numbers here for Angmar in this battle. As you can see here, fighting in the shade, trying to keep themselves cool. They know they've got a long day of fighting, have these men of Cardolan. And yes, it seems like these are some sword retainers of Matt Wraith here getting involved. But this was a battle that we did, I think we streamed it on the channel a little while ago, and I thought I'd now cover it. It's a very, very cool siege battle, and I had a lot of fun in it, and it shows off a submod that's had a lot of work done to it recently. Flames of the North, I still wouldn't say it's the most balanced of submods. I think that Last Breath takes that title, but it's certainly been expanded a lot. Lots of new units and factions, as I was saying. And yeah, there are also a lot of them. Cardolan is one of these new factions. We had Arnor before, which I think Arnor is still a thing, but there's also now Arthedain, Cardolan, all split up. And yeah, they are very cool and unique factions. I feel like Cardolan's quite good when it comes to sort of like axe infantry, and spears are pretty good. His polearms are also pretty solid. His cab's okay as well. Though obviously in a siege we don't have cab, but yeah, bows and swords, I'd say, it's kind of his weak areas. The swords are not the greatest. I think their Talsir Bladesmen, which are actually coming up, are their best units here. And they're a medium melee infantry. They don't have any heavy swords. And you can see here, yeah, they're not the greatest. So yeah, Cardolan kind of lacks in that area there. It's all cool though. But we have got some shock back here as well. Great swordsmen of Metraith. They are pretty cool looking. They kind of like basically just Lozanark Axemen, I think, in like stats and also in price as well. They're pretty similar in that look. Also helps with the Manish factions. That helps that idea. But yeah, Erinder's heirs here. It looks like they've just routed the unit of Orc Raiders landing on the walls. Yeah, these Orc Raiders again, making up a large amount of troops here. 250 men. But they are levy troops. They're not going to get many kills, and they're going to provide the Erinder's heirs with plenty. That is for sure. But yeah, you can see here, it looks as though they are stacked. This Emmen Arnon gate over here is really tough to attack. I mean, you've got the cliffs on the hill over here, which can really be very well used to support that wall fight. You can set up archers up here, and you can just shoot down onto the wall fights below, and also archers below, which is I think why the Goblin Mercenary archers are kind of over here as well. They're going to try and combat any archers that go up there. But yeah, right now, I think the Goblin Mercenary is trying to shoot those Erinder's heirs, trying to weaken them. Perhaps, I don't know. But yeah, the first sort of wave is starting to break already. There are troops trying to rush through a breach here. We've got Orc Raiders and various other cheap units as well trying to smash their way through this breach that has been opened up here by Angmar. But yes, as you can see, I think a second wave is second breach is going to get opened up here. 34%. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why I was looking at that for the summon damage. Like, that's not going to have changed at all. We've got archers here absolutely peppering these sword retainers. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is brutal. Down to 80. That is, yeah, basically a done and dusted unit. That's not going to be doing a lot of damage. That's for sure. You can see the archers over here doing a lot of damage. The fanatics of the Witch King and also some goblin mercenary archers here as well. One of the things that did change in like the submod as more Rudar Axemen go flying down here. Look at them, they're all blobbing up. It's a big old target there. But yeah, one of the changes they did make in the submod was basically they changed the amount of ammo units had. In Flames to the North units had 22 ammunition, while like vanilla units, if they ever played against them, had 18. So you had more ammo as a Flames to the North unit than you did as a vanilla. Luckily they changed that, which did make no sense. If you wanted to play like the two compatibility, like compatible wise, it couldn't happen. You could never play Angmar against like, I don't know, Rohan, because Angmar's just going to outgun Rohan. As you can see here, great swordsman to Metroid, they're getting shot to pieces as well over here. Being, yeah, absolutely whittled down. They're battling away in here, in the shade still. These Rudar Axemen, I don't think are going to make much in the way of progress. As you can see here, yeah, the archers right now are just peppering units back here. There's another unit here, Talsir Bladesman, getting shot to pieces actually as well. Maybe actually the sword retainers are better. I don't know. I can't remember which one is better. I think maybe the sword retainers are better, but I thought it was the Talsir Bladesman. That's 190 men. So usually the larger the unit, the worse it is. But I'm pretty sure I remember the Talsir Bladesman being the most expensive, which usually, you know, that is the best sword that you have available. Usually cost comes into quite a lot of it. Arguably, though, their best melee unit here is Erinda's Heirs, which are all in this wall, 85 out of 85 of these guys still alive. We're going to see Shock now going onto the walls. We have Acolytes of the Witch King going up. Look at these guys. These guys worship the Witch King. Sims. They're going to go up and onto the walls. And also looks like maybe some Goblin Shock Infantry or something as well. I don't know, I think it's Goblin Archers accidentally going up into the wall or something. No, they are Goblin Mercenary Blades. Okay, so they're also landing on the walls. And it looks like, yeah, they're not going to go through the gate because there's pole arms and spears waiting. Which is probably a good idea. The archers probably should do some damage to those pole arms before they even attempt that assault. But they have got some pole arms of their own here, the Goblins. Goblin Mercenary Spears. And, yeah, they could use those. I think they're relatively decent, but we'll see. Gobbos, you know, they're not the greatest fighters in the world, but they try their hardest. They also provide mass. It looks like a breach, yeah, is literally a 91%. That is going to be breaking soon. And we have an Erinda's Heir, I think, here as well. Yeah, we have Axe Infantry in the wall, like into the wall fight here, the wall breach. But yes, if you're enjoying Dawnless Days and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 10k subs. If you're also fan of Lord of the Rings, this is the place to be. There you go, the wall's coming down, and that is doing a lot of damage. As the unit said, that's basically killed off so many troops of Angmar there, though. But they were all like Rudar troops. They were pretty cheap trash stuff. And it looks like now they're getting ready to muster a much more concentrated sort of assault over here. And you have Erinda's Heirs actually holding the breach on their own, like absolute champs. And the archers can now get some good shots at these guys. I mean, maybe not rear shots, but they can at least get some frontal ones, do some sort of damage. But we'll see. Gatehouse over here is going to come down. Orc Raiders. They've done their job knocking down this gate. I think the problem with this is, and it's something that I'd like to see change, but I don't know if they can. It honestly might be just an Attila thing that is hard to do. The pathfinding becomes such a pain when you destroy a gate in Attila. Like, troops don't want to go through the like over the walls. It's the same when you open up a breach as well, and they'll do the same. You have to like get units right to the bottom the tower. It's just something that's really annoying, so you have to like be really careful when you're giving orders. So make sure your units basically give an order for it to sit at the bottom of the tower, then give it an order once it's got there to get onto the wall, and it'll do that. Yeah, lots more breaking troops out of like Rudar axes. Angmar are having a rough time, already losing about 3,000 men, and yeah, we've not even seen 1,000 Cardolan men pull yet. We've got an Errander's Air though that is slowly being butchered out here. We've got like light axes here, like light shock infantry from Rudar. Well, Rudar's troops going in. Yeah, lots of light axe infantry in here. I mean, actually they're just normal axes, but these are the shock. They're also light. I mean, if Cardolan really wants to, they have a lot of potential targets down here that they can focus down. They've got a decent amount of bows as well gathered over here. They're keeping those in reserve. The archers have met straight here, waiting patiently. They're pretty decent as well, actually. I think they're heavy bows. Yeah. They also got some Javi units back here as well, skirmishers of Herne. I think they're being kept in reserve, waiting for the northern trolls of Angmar, which is very cool because, yeah, Angmar has its own sort of like unique troll, which is basically, I think, just like an Olakai. I think it might be on steroids. Someone said it was really, really strong, which I wouldn't be surprised in like Flames of the North. Everything is kind of like, yeah, pretty damn strong. But yeah. We will see how they do. We've got the Acolytes here of the Witch King as well. I don't know where, if we actually have a Witch King general. We have Morgamir, who's kind of like, he's not the Witch King, but he's like, I think he's a lieutenant of basically the Witch King. I'm not really sure about the lore behind him. I'm sure someone could tell me. But yeah, he is, he's here, at least. I don't think the Witch King's actually here. He's not even in the Angmar faction, I don't think, which is kind of funny. You can have they have like 4 different generals available, but none of them are the Witch King. This is good though for Angmar. They're killing off an Errander's Air. There's a second one already in here. Shows like the absolute like crack, like nut they've got to crack here. It is a pretty tough nut, that's for sure. I don't know how many more of these Erranders there. They've got another one back here. I think they've got a couple. I think most of their, not most of their infantry, but a good deal of their infantry is those units. At least they're going in first. I've seen at least 6 in this battle. I don't think they have any more, but I could be wrong. Archers here as well, getting absolutely shot to pieces. They certainly had a archer disadvantage, obviously having one less army. So that was something that I think the players did voice. They were like, oh, we should probably got a few more archers because like we brought our archers up, they just got absolutely shot to pieces by the enemy ones, which is kind of true. But also this city is pretty hard to take. I feel like giving them like having lots of archers might have made it almost impregnable. It's already turning into being quite impregnable right now with these Errander's Airs holding the choke points. Going in here now, looks like they're sending in sword volunteers of Herne, so some levy troops there going in to try and support that fight. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, the shock here is starting to die. Like these great axes of Rudar, they've done their bit. They can't really like. Once their armor kind of dies, they also start to die and start to drop. We are seeing a great source from the Met Wraith here, though, are starting to break as well. I think they've been shot to pieces by archers, which has helped. And we're seeing Rudolph Spearmen come off the wall. Again, I don't really think much success. I think the idea is just to attack on as many fronts as possible and try and tie down as many of the Cardolan troops as possible. You know, try and keep the players' micro up. I mean, it's obviously it's siege and all that micro is not great. Like going to be like they're all good players that are playing this one, so I'm sure their micro is excellent. But you know, you just don't want to just make it very one-dimensional. That's how you give the defenders a chance, playing on a very one-dimensional little siege battle. And just fighting through like one choke point makes it easy. Orc Raiders and just other cheap stuff, I think, going through this breach here again. Angmar just trying to weaken, soften up the defenses. Like each kill this Orc Raider gets, it's a big win because it's like one man of Cardolan dying to a really trash Orc. Even if some of these men of Cardolan are also pretty trash, because I think there's sword volunteers here as well. Got Talsir Bladesmen, they're a bit of a better unit though. They're getting set up. They might go for these Orc Raiders here. And what have we got? Spear Volunteers of Herne, they're coming forward. They look like they're going to be shifting to support this line. I don't know what they really need to. There's a lot of Rudar Spears here, but they're not exactly winning this fight. The Sword Retainers doing a good job, it seems. Talsir Bladesmen, though, getting focused down here. That's a good little project there from the archers, which are running out of ammo, it seems. It looks like, well, suddenly this Goblin Mercenary Archer here. We were having also issues with shooting over the walls. Like, I mean, this unit's not even obstructed, and it's still struggling. Like, it's not being stood on by anything. It's not having any issues. But it, yep, still won't fire. So, yeah, that was a pain. Back on this side over here, yep, Aaron Desairs, they're still up at 85 out of 85. They are doing absolutely fine. I don't think many of these units, if any, have lost any units. Kind of incredible, actually. Oh, wow, 84 out of 85. Yeah, they are not struggling at the moment. That's for sure. As Acolyte of the Witch King here might go through. We'll see. There's Spear Volunteers of Herne waiting. Polearms kind of to the side. I think the idea is to try and see if they can bait the polearms back in, or maybe just get at least a free charge off into these spears, get some kills here. And there you go. The Acolytes are in there. I'm sure they won't stay for long as soon as those polearms will move. Yeah, there you go. Long spears of Talsir already reacting, already going back into that choke point. And I'm sure those Acolytes are getting out of there pretty swiftly. We'll see though. There you go, Rudolph Spears. Killing off these Sword Retainers of Met Wraith.
The unit is running from the enemy.
Here we go. Looks like we've got Rudar Axeman still battling away in here. Rudar is also technically like a breakaway part of Arnor, but it actually sided with the Witch King, so it was like an evil, definitely an evil sort of like faction of sorts. So yeah, it's like the evil brother of like Arthedain and Cardolan. They are doing some damage. There's still a lot of these great axes actually. There's some new healthy ones in here, and they're actually having an effect as well on these Erendur's heirs. I have a feeling they're going to fight to the last man. There's literally 10 of them. Well, that's still like an 8 of the unit. But yeah, they are doing their best. Orc Raiders here getting repulsed as well from the gate. No surprise, really. They're not going to break through. Not against the Spear Volunteers of Herne, the mighty men there. We're going to have to see some stronger stuff come up, which looks like is happening. The Blades of Angmar are on their way up. They're kind of like Uruk Throng for Angmar, but I think they're even better than Uruk Throng, really. They are actually really, really solid, not to be messed with. We got the Fanatics of the Witch King back here, which also like have a shield. They're like an arch unit with a shield on their arm, which is kind of cool. They're very pale as well. These guys clearly do not see the sun, which makes sense. The Orcs do hate the sun. We have lots of blades back here as well waiting. So yeah, a lot of good units still to be committed by the attackers, who are down to just about 10,000, and there is just under 5,000 defenders left. So it's nearly a 2-to-1 odds here. Currently, Cardolan doing a pretty good job. It depends if they can hold on to their archers, which here right now are just getting focused down for free. Don't know if you've realized this. I don't know what they're shooting at or shooting into, but yeah, they need to get out of there. They're dying quickly. More than main fighting is really going on this side. At the moment, this player here is really just trying to soften up the defenders. I think he's trying to shoot archers and polearms and things like that. And he's not actually making any sort of actual assaults. As we have units here starting to waver, this is good signs here for the attackers. And there you go. Looks like they're trying to overwhelm. I don't know if this is really a pull-through. I feel like it is a little bit. The Erendur's heirs haven't actually broken yet. A little bit of a pull-through there. They have not broken, but I don't know if that was more affected by the pull-through. But the Rudar Axe is now going into a very weak Spear Volunteers line. That's definitely not going to hold. The Great Axes are starting to lose already.
The unit is running from the enemy.
There you go. Great Axes doing their bit. They'll see where the Cardland reacts with anything else. What else is sitting in? Looks like more spear volunteers. Guess they just don't have the reserves, like the quality of reserves. Yeah, more of them going in. It looks like actually they're killing off these grey axes pretty good. There you go. They are gone. And there you go. The spear volunteers are victorious for now. But it looks like there are more elite stuff coming in. The Blades of Angmar are slotting in as well. It looks like we've also got defenders of Dol Tenoreb coming in, which is a elite spear unit. Looks like it's like almost like a black version of, well, black and red version of Citadel Guard. They just do look like a very much a reskin. Still very cool. The 100 of them, and they're, like I said, elite. It looks like, yeah, Cardland, after all that work there put in by Angmar, Cardland's going to push them back to the breach point. So yeah, those Axes of Rudar failed in their job there. Another assault coming through the gate over here. There you go, yeah, those Blades of Angmar should put up a bit more of a fight than the Raiders. What is fighting over here? Another Blades of Angmar, which is struggling at the moment, is fighting an Erinder's Air General, which is getting shot in the back. He is actually suffering quite a lot. Even if the Blades here die, they might, you know, bait that Erinder's Air into losing a lot of troops from archer fire right now, which he is doing. He's down to 61. This is clearly the way to kill these guys. What have we got on the walls here? More Blades landing. Obviously very, very handy. But yeah, it just seems as though the Orcs of Angmar are making a few more gaps, finding a few more holes in this defense. Yeah, you can see here spears trying to do their best. The archers as well, you know, just absolutely peppering these poor units here. I think they are shooting the Erinder's Airs as well, but I mean, they that's kind of like a front shot. It's kind of like hitting them like head on. They've only lost 2 guys. I don't think it's achieving much at all. A lot of wastage of ammo. Wastage of ammo. Jeez, I really struggled to say that. Wastage of ammo going on there. But yes, it seems the main fight's still going on in this main wall here. Who do you think is going to win, though? Do you think it's going to be a victory for the good guys, for Cardland? Do you think they'll hold their walls, balance power? I mean, looks like it's not in their favor, but that's probably because of trolls, and they have very much got the ability to kill those guys off with Javies. They're very much troll killers. Numbers are not too bad. They have a 5,000 disadvantage, but with the defenses and the elite units right now holding in these choke points, they could get a lot of kills, that's for sure. And the Orcs obviously have to attack and have the issues of pathfinding, and generally it's just like stern defenses here being put up. So yeah, let me know who you think's going to win, Angmar or Cardland. Who are you rooting for? And also, if you want to get involved in any of these scenarios, any of these streams, I don't know if I already said, but feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. You're more than welcome to get involved in some glorious sieges, some epic battles, or just send some of your own in. If you've got some content you're like, Pope, you should check this out. I'm happy to check it out, whatever Total War it's from. I'll give it a look. Erinder Air down to 3 men. I really should learn who this guy is, because this unit right now is kicking ass. That's for sure. Or his heirs are, anyway. Erinder's clearly gone. Maybe he's like a king of Cardland. I don't know, like a past king of Cardland. Looks like sword retainers there breaking. I mean, this Blades over here, it's holding on, it's doing its bit. I think another Blades unit is actually landing. This definitely actually could be an area where Angmar could really take advantage. I mean, what is there really in reserve? Not much at the moment. If that spear breaks, there's a great sword of Metrith nearby and some pole arms. But yeah, and some archers, but yeah, not like a lot actually at the moment. It's looking a little thin there actually if they were to break through. The general might have to go back in, which obviously means he gets shot in the back again. Yeah, Sword Volunteers of Hearn, Aaron Desairs. Holding on, the Spear Volunteers, and Sword Volunteers actually, holding their own. I thought at like 50 odd men they'd break, but no, like a levy unit usually breaks. Oh, we've got archers, I think, getting drawn in. This is one of the problems I hate with artillery, is they don't have guard mode. Guard mode would be so useful. It would just make it so much more easy to use these units. Let's use archers. You just put them on guard mode and they just stay there. We've got Orc Hammers as well. Look like they're about to go in maybe. Or maybe go over the wall. I don't know what the plan is. But yeah, you can see actually the blades have broken out a little bit. Going to get repulsed here by Great Swordsman by the looks of it. I'd imagine on a charge. And it being a more healthy unit, the Great Sword should overwhelm the Orcs here. Again, the Great Swords here getting focused down by archers. They're seeing a great opportunity to take out a unit that has very little to no missile block chance. I mean, these poor Great Swordsmen are slicing through Orcs. They can't stop the Orc archers. It's a bit like, Boromir taking multiple arrows to the chest. So I feel like that's what's going on right now here. The Orc arrows just keep on coming. Or even Faramir, I guess, as well. Faramir got like punched to pieces by Orc arrows. He was able to survive. What a legend. Yeah, that's it. That Great Sword unit's gone. That was at like 100 literally minutes. Oh, not even minutes, seconds ago. Seeing a Javi come forward now. It's a bold use of it early on, and it could get shot to pieces here by archers. They are light skirmishers at the end of the day. Missile block would be high being a missile unit. Also just having no armor. Look at that. Already losing 20, 30, 40. Oh my gosh, yeah, these guys are dying quick. Look at that. Already down like 80 men. In absolute focus. They know the pain that they do, and I can see why they're coming forward. Northern Trolls are getting sent in. Let's see if these guys can get off a volley. Yeah, they're getting some volleys off. They might kill these Trolls here, or they'll at least weaken them. And it's a sacrifice, I guess, the player's willing to take. Down to 96 men already. He's lost 100 troops. The Trolls, they need stopping. They need stopping. The Javis keep flying by around them. The shock here, trying to do their bit. Still fighting on. Got pikes coming forward as well now. Pikes of Angmar sent in. This will be a perfect target for the Cardolan archers. It's something they've been waiting for, to shoot. So we've got Cardolan archers over there, maybe getting ready. Archers of Metraith there, also getting ready for a few shots here. So we'll see how they do. And yeah, archers over here as well. Goblin mercenary archers. I don't know what they're trying to shoot at now. We've got lots of bows up here though on the, well, I say lots, there's one. There's definitely another two that might get involved. They're trying to shoot stuff. They're actually shooting the reserves back here of the goblins, waiting patiently.
I will stand here until ordered.
A lot of goblin mercenaries here that have signed up for some Angmar gold to come and fight in Arnor. But yeah, they're trying to do their bit.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Men are broken and running for their lives, are they? Oh dear, yes they are. The breach is seeing some routing, that's for sure. Lots of troops actually wavering and routing down here. And archers with no ammo going into melee. Always a bad sign for an attacker when you're throwing archers in. We've got Aaron Desairs starting to lose as well. And we've got pole arms as well shifting forward. They're trying to help out against the Trolls. Northern Trolls are starting to drop as well, 8 out of 10. Answers to Tharbad now being sent in as well. I think they're trying to route the Orc hammers that landed here. They're already gone though. They don't need to go in, and they're losing troops for this. Might want to keep that Lancer unit alive. It might be needed if there's another sort of charge, like well, not sally out, but you know, like landing by the attackers. That's for sure. It looks like they are getting ready with some orc hammers over here, landing on the wall. They're getting ready. Look at these guys looking a bit gormless, like oh, there you go, cheering. They're ready. They're pumped to go and get some man flesh. See what they can do. More archers running out of ammo. A lot more goblin archers running out. That's never a good sign. Pikes of Angmar losing as well, and they're not even finding a pike unit in there. Just spears and shock. Maybe they're not set up properly? I don't know. It's certainly messy in this choke point. I mean, there's just layers of dead here. There you go, great swords of Metraith. They're starting to lose though as well. The pikes, I think, might honestly just have to be a sacrifice. Are they getting attacked in the flank apparently? Don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're set up properly in there. That's why they're dying. It looks like there's been a lot of shooting that's been going on through this choke point here, and it looks like there's still the same state of things here. It looks like they're trying to shoot this Defenders of Tol Tinoreb, which is a general unit, which I'm sure has probably got plenty of missile block with those big shields and also just armor, being an elite unit. So I imagine this is not succeeding in doing the desired effect of just trying to kill those guys. Yeah, Aaron's heirs, what we got here, long spears, yeah, waiting patiently. But what are these polearms back here? Oh, we've got better polearms back here. Wardens of Fedor? I don't know if that's right, if that's how you say it. But yeah, they kind of look pretty cool. I feel like their armor's not really like quality. I feel like they could have like made that look a little shinier, you know. But yeah, they're there, ready to go. Got Lancers of Tharbad as well. They're just, you know, setting up, getting ready, gonna go for a charge. I imagine as soon as any of these units here try to land, Orc Hammers look like they might be coming off the wall again, off to fight. Great Swords of Med. Oh no, they're actually fighting on the wall up here. So it looks like Cardlan's come to fight for his walls. He's finally like, screw it. I'm not messing around. Also, there's archers up here as well. And the trolls are starting to die, 5 out of 10. There you go, look. Nice Witch King. It's actually mainly archers in this fight, actually. The pikes are pulled back. It's just archers in here. They're not going to break through with those. You're going to need something a little bit more packing with punch. They want to try and break through there. They've still got plenty of swords and shock back here as well. They could send in first. Instead of sending in worthless archers with no ammo. They're going to just bring down their own numbers. Which are, I mean, is now 7,000 versus 2,600. I feel like that's a very low number to try and take on 7,000 orcs. Now, though, Cardlan certainly has started to drop a little bit. I feel like that this breach battle here has just been wearing them down. And it also looks like we're seeing a push through the gate here, you can see. Orcs are slowly dying, goblins as well. Yeah, there you go. The goblins are going to run out, and they're going to, I guess, make a second attempt. Another point. They clearly didn't think this was going to work. I don't know why they didn't give this another go, but yeah, there you go. Erendur's heirs still in there, and they've got long spears to Talsir. They're going to just, I guess, try and shoot those long spears, try and weaken them and rout them before they go in for a second attempt. And the breach point's continuing. The trolls are broken. The trolls are out. Look at that. There you go. Trolls have been routed. They've re-rallied. There's 2 of them left, but they're pretty much weakened and finished. They're not going to be able to go back in and be effective anyway. There are 2 more units out here, though, of Northern Trolls of Angmar. They will do their best. And there's another unit all the way over here. So I guess, you know, this army has pushing power with trolls. They could probably kill off those long spears. It's whether the archers and the long spears together maybe could deal the killing blow to those trolls. Defenders of Dol, Tinareb as well. They're also going to be in there and, you know, trying to do their bit.
A unit is running from the enemy.
Yeah, defenders have told Tinareb over here and Polearm. This is just not going to work very well for the trolls here. They're not going to break through. Pikes and the archers are going to keep on pushing. They really, like I said, need to put something in there that's not archers. Put something in that's going to be a little bit more killing power. The fight for the walls continues as well. We have shock infantry on either side here, fighting on, trying to do their best. Let's see, shock infantry here trying to, trying to hold on. We've got more cav coming forward here. We've got the Knights of Tayan Gorthad, which I believe is the capital of CARDOLAN, really. It's not called CARDOLAN, it's called Tayan Gorthad, really, but the state itself is called CARDOLAN. There you go, the Knights are in there anyway. They're fighting on the way. Who were they taking on? Blades of Angmar. They are melee cav, so I doubt that their charge is that great, but what do I know? This is Blades of the North. They could be, like, overpowered as hell. They are actually beating the Blades of Angmar as well, so... yeah, they're doing okay. It's a breakthrough, though. It's a breakthrough. Oh, camera here, man. It's a pain. Blades are there holding on here. Going to make a push. And now it looks like, the Orc Hammers are winning on that wall over there. Archers are trying to shoot these, a general unit of cav there. We're going to see the Lancers come forward instead. They're going to try and break through. Yes, still, CARDOLAN holds on. Still. Angmar cannot make a breakthrough. And again, the Lancers go in. It's not their turn to go in, and they probably get a better charge. They are very heavy shock cav. They'll probably do very well in this outcome. Stabbing away, trying to kill off his blades.
Unit's ammunition is spent.
You can see Pike's now setting up. So they're going to go through the gate, maybe. They're going to try that way. Trolls are still in here, actually. Is this a fresh unit? No, this is still the same troll unit. They're still in here. They actually did a decent amount of pushing with just 2 of them. Look at him. He's like... splat! Kill as many of these men as I can. These long spears, though, they've earned some decent chevrons, actually. I don't know if they started with this. I don't think they would have, but you don't usually give chevrons out in scenarios. But yeah, they've earned a lot of chevrons, and they must have killed a lot of trolls, a lot of orcs. Again, the cav over here seems like it's doing steady work. I think the blades might be able to be held in place now by those spear volunteers. But I could be wrong there. Again, on this side, it looks like trolls now coming in on this side, trying to break through. We've got defenders of Dol, Tinareb, and also the Erin Dozairs. They're trying to break through. There you go. You can see the trolls trying to be forced back with archer fire. Archers are okay. They will do some damage to the trolls eventually. You know, you just need a lot of archers. You just put a lot of fire into them. Usually things like jabbies or axe throwers are what you're going to really need to try and break your way through. You see, they look at them swinging their way, trying to make a path for the orcs to come spilling on through as well. So yeah, defenders of Dol, Tinareb, they're losing decisively. They are not doing well. I'm surprised. The spear unit usually can hold their own against trolls, but maybe not these supercharged trolls. I don't know. But yeah, Shock is waiting patiently. It looks like we've got Acolytes of the Witch King waiting to go in. So yeah, Shock and trolls together could be a nasty combo, that's for sure. We're seeing orcs come off the walls and they're flanking the long spears down here, or not the long spears, the wardens. Or Ferendor, or however you say it. Cav charge again from the general, trying to pin units by the wall, not a bad idea. It's just, oh no, there's still 2 trolls in there, still, you know, messing about. Got another blades as well coming off the walls here. See, looks like orc archers and shock as well fighting down here, trying to do their bit. General's under attack. Oh, she's getting shot by archer towers. I was thinking, like, oh, what? Already? Didn't think any orcs are sending their generals just yet. Unlike the men of Cardland, they still have bodies to throw forward. Cardland are certainly on their last leg. What do they have for reserves? Reserves, yeah, not much. They have a few archers back here. Some, yeah, Cav general. Erinder's heirs over here as well. Oh yeah, a lot of generals being thrown in, that's for sure. And an infantry as well, yeah, all spilling in now. I think a little bit of a pull-through going on though. That's for sure by the Angmar player here. He needs to be careful with that because, yeah, I understand, yeah, you want to try desperately get it, but you got to kill the units in front of you first. You got to kill these bad boys.
Cowards!
Trolls is a little bit of a different story. You can pull through with them, I feel like, because they're massive beasts. They're hard to stop, but yeah, not orcs and gobos. A little bit of a cheeky pull through. Really now, like, Cardland needs to punish the orcs here for this, or the goblins. Get your units off the walls, yeah, these Erender heirs, and just tie down these units. Maybe the Cav over here, like the general and those lancers, if they can get over there, I just start hammering and ambling those units. You get some easy kills and just mop these guys up quickly and try and patch up the defenses, which I know will be difficult because a nice solid spear line was ripped through here by infantry.
And running for their lives.
The trolls, yeah, they're smashing these poor spear guys. Erinder's heirs as well, still down there. Yeah, here comes the Cav, the Lancers of Tharbad, they're going in. They're going to go in for a charge on those Acolytes, which are running for their life again, pulling out of combat. Like, Erinder's heirs cut them down easily now. Never really I know it's like you want to like survive, but you should never really pull out of combat. You just lose enough men anyway. I feel like the unit becomes redundant either way, getting charged in the back or just being like you're trying to pull out of combat. Yeah, it looks like it's not looking good here really. Like these units are losing more. There's another pull through going on here. Another goblin mercenary blade pulling through. Trolls are dying though. Trolls are actually starting to die. I think the spears and the archers together are actually killing them off. Might actually, I don't know if they'll stabilize it, but they'll certainly weaken this assault, that's for sure. Yeah, there's just a lot now going in. Look at all those orcs down there spilling in some form or another. I think they're all just going to try and break through these, this line. I mean, to be fair, there's 9 and 4 of these units left. I think there's more Erinder's heirs though in there. Can't really easily pull through there. They are losing though. I don't know what to. It might just be because their formation's broken up. This is also looking promising over here. You can see you've got Spear Volunteers holding on defensive Gold Tinareb as well. There's not a lot left. There's a Pikes and Shock in here are starting to do their damage. And there's a Troll unit, obviously, you can see there, waiting patiently in the wings. It wants to get in there. More units landing on the walls as well. We still have some blades, I think, landing there. And the gate's not looking good at all. I think this unit came off the wall, and it's managed to surround Erinder's heirs. This is a general. I think if one of these Cardland generals dies, it could be GG because I don't know what they have left, but it will surely start to rout. Yeah, Knights of Gorthad, they're trying to carry on their fight. The Wardens of Fëanor as well, they're starting to lose, fighting Pikes by the looks of it, maybe getting outranged there. More units starting to cheekily come off the wall here. We've got Pikes as well. They need to try and set up if they can. And an enemy general's died.
General is dead.
There you go. That's Erinder's heir. Like that general there has died, and that's actually caused a chain rout at the gate. Jeez, look at that. That might be GG at this side now because yeah, look at that. That breach point's also opened up, and the towers collapsed. Probably killing a whole bunch of orcs, but I don't think it matters. I mean, look at the numbers left. It's 4,600 against just under 1,000. There's 930 of them left. Look at like these isolated Cardland troops down here, surrounded. Isolated. The Axe Boys here, though, trying to do their bit. I don't know if they're getting shot in the back or something, but they're going to certainly get charged in the back. So you look at this horde of orcs and trolls on the way now. And it looks like Cardolan is going to fall. It's not a good time to be a man of Cardolan. Here we go. Yeah, Blades of Angmar are going to go in. They're going to try and, like, just occupy these archers with Mitraith here, try and just, stop them shooting those poor trolls. Down to 4 out of 10. They've done a good job really trying to break through there. And really still Cardolan's holding on here at this gate. They're still, like, trying to deny the pull through. They're like, screw it, we're going to die here at this gate. I mean, to be fair, like, if you don't hold the walls, like, holding, like, the final choke point is pretty much impossible. There's so many ways you can assault from. So yeah, Evan Arnon is kind of one of those that you fight on the walls and you die on the walls. Very much the case. The general here, Tyne, Forthad, he's still in there. We've got what are we going in? Wardens of Angmar, a very nasty unit. These guys basically have like Witch King of Angmar, Mouth of Sauron, sort of like helmets almost. Pretty cool. But yeah, they've routed everything there. I think that's going to be GG really, because you'd imagine they're going to just go onto the cap point, capture that, and that'll cause morale issues as well. I think it also maybe starts a countdown anyway. But yeah, I don't know if there'll be enough time for that. These units here might rout anyway. The trolls are going rampant in the back lines here, it seems. But, I mean, yeah, Cardolan did a decent job. I mean, there's only 4,000 of the 14,000 men left. I feel like with a couple more units, definitely could have put good, strong resistance. But yeah, thank everyone that played in this one. It was a really interesting scenario. Definitely, I think, could have been tweaked a little bit, but it was still a fun one. It was good to try out the Flames of the North units and factions. There's certainly been a bit of a revamp with them with this submod. If you haven't checked out the Flames of the North submod, I definitely recommend you do so. It's a really cool submod. I'll leave the link for it in the description as the final units here just mass rout. And there we go, a Pyrrhic victory for Angmar. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. So yeah, this one was from my perspective. I was playing as one of the Angmar armies. I had 100 kills with one of my Orc rabble like units there. Orc raiders are pretty terrible, but it's good kills for them. 181 kills the Blades of Angmar here, 196 with the Orc hammers. Fanatics of the Witch King getting 203, 177 pikes, 172 is not too bad. Yeah, my Goblin Archers 250, 229, some good kills there. Trolls 137. Banana playing as the second Angmar army, 175 kills with his blades. 108 with the hammers here, 209 with his Fanatics of the Witch King, is 232. He's got some good kills actually with his Fanatics. And then his Trolls, yeah, 88. And we have Fjord playing as the third Angmar army, mainly like a Goblin build. He was the one I stayed on his own. Yeah, his Archers did okay, 132 kills, 155, 121. Like some okay kills there, but nothing insane. He really had a rough time fighting the Erinder's heirs, which he couldn't break through. Ike Leech playing as the final Angmar army. Yeah, sending a lot of his Rudar troops, like in those early stages, getting not many kills, but some key kills. 141 kills. His archers also getting like 200 kills. He also had the catapult, which was very key for opening up that breach. Then we have K1 playing as Cardolan, getting nearly 250 kills with his general there. Very nice on his swords, getting 112 kills. 129 with the great swords there. His archers getting 125, 111. Then we have Zach, who's playing as the second Cardolan army. I think he had all the like Erinder's heirs facing off against Fjord. 399 kills, 444 kills, massive kills to these guys. 152 kills, 165 with the Spear Volunteers, 199 with the Archers, 128, 327 with his Lancers. We have Donald Trump playing as Cardolan, 233 with the Erinder heirs, 237, 414 kills with his Volunteers. My gosh. 425 with the Sword Retainers of Metrath here, 217 with his Erinder's heirs, 139 with his Defenders of Adol Tinareb, and his Archers 208 kills, not too shabby there at all. But there you go, guys, that is the Siege of Cardolan. Cardolan has fallen to the forces of the Witch King, and now these lands will go from being green and luscious to dark and miserable. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next Dawnless Days video. Bye for now.